And good evening once again, fans. You're listening to the Deathmatch Podcast. They're more than welcome to come on, too, anytime they want to come on.
Oh, man, those girls talk to like...
All right. It's a budget thing. Let's see what he's up to.
Thank you, man, and thank you for giving me the time.
Tune in right now.
And good evening, everyone. You're listening to another episode of the Deathmatch Podcast. My guest at this time is Indy pro wrestler Adelphia Zoe, and we're going to be talking to him and see what he's up to and much more, fans. Let's talk wrestling. Tune in right now. You're on the line right now. All right. You're live in the studio. Let's go. Actually, you know what? This broadcast live, so it's pretty cool. So this app goes live onto Facebook, and it'll, so it's which is really cool. So it's live. We're live.
Hello, people.
Yes.
Anyone's watching right now.
That's it. Give all the shout-outs you want to the world,
Yeah. How's it going? Come all the way from NorCal. This is Alpha Zoe.
Well, this is David from the Jersey Shore. All right.
Here we go.
That's it. That's it. That's it. But man, how you doing?
I'm just chilling, really working out, eating, playing my video games, whatever can keep my mind going.
Yeah, you know what? We've been eating a lot lately, which is really like I cannot stop eating, man. Like, how many pounds have I gained? I'm like 180, so probably up to like almost 190 almost, but not that far,
Still a solid weight. Don't worry about it.
But I do get my workout because I'm outdoors. I'm a garbage man. So I do get my workout, and I am working through this quarantine stuff. So you know what? At least I'm out in the world watching people go by.
Oh yeah, definitely, man, definitely. It's these times are very harsh right now.
Yeah.
Who would have expected 2020 to start off like this?
I mean, like, we had plans, like, it was WrestleMania weekend. Like, everybody wanted to be pumped and set for that because there was lots going on,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and then all plans were canceled.
Yeah, and then they made WrestleMania a 2-night special,
I mean, the WrestleMania actually did not disappoint this year, so...
I watched night 1. I forgot, I didn't watch night 2.
Okay, then I won't spoil nothing for you unless you already got spoiled. But night two was great.
Okay, maybe great. I'll do that later. I can't later. I got a podcast with the Madman Pondo later at 9:00. So I'll play it the next day. How's that? Tomorrow, I'll watch the rest of it after work. But yeah,
that definitely works. Get to relax, watch some wrestling.
Yeah. You know what? Because we can't go anywhere, right? Like, we can't go to our shows. It's so weird. It's so weird just not to be able to go. We have tons of wrestling on the internet, and it's like, you know what I mean? We're digitally proud to be that part. You know what I mean? We can be associated with that at least and watch what's going on.
Yeah. And it's great that right now a lot of like streaming services are actually giving out like free matches or like free like 3-hour shows right now.
Like IWTV. What is it, like Fight Club? But you got to pay for that, of course. But
I've been on IWTV I think once, and that was for West Coast Pro for 17 Reasons. That's where I made my debut there. Without my tag partner. But it was a great show. Match of the night. We were matching the night. It was a fatal 4-way match with me, Sonico Lucha, Titus Alexander, and my boy D-Rogue. We really tore down the house that night, and we got a standing ovation.
Sweet.
Shout out to Scott, the promoter, West Coast. He gave me the opportunity to even come. He hit me up, and I was just like, I'm all for it, So, but we were supposed to have a match against the Reno Scum
Right.
at West Coast March 20th.
But then,
obviously,
but then, bam, we got hit with the fucking shit. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, man, and it's wild because me and my tag partner DJ Fresh.
Yeah.
By the way, if no one knows, we're the world's freshest tag team, also known as Too Fresh. We've been coming along on the tag scene in NorCal, and the Reno Scum are like legends over here. They're like our tag team legends right now. And we've been waiting for the opportunity to really wrestle them. We didn't get the chance to. But when the time comes back to us, we will get that chance. So we'll promise you, if you guys watch it at West Coast or IWTV, wherever you guys can stream it at.
Twitch, even Twitch. I was gonna say even Twitch does it too.
Oh yeah, see? Twitch, wherever you guys can find it.
Yeah, or Facebook Live. Some people do stream their matches. They've been doing that a lot lately, too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, and if you guys want to see me and my tag partner doing our thing, you can go to the Too Fresh Network on YouTube. It's TOO Fresh Network, and you'll, find all of our matches. If you guys are not, don't know who we are, get to know who we are on our YouTube channel. Follow us on social media as well. So anyway, what'd you think of WrestleMania besides like the first part? It was really, I was impressed with the a couple WrestleMania.
It was different. I
was happy about day one.
Yeah.
I liked the Boneyard match was definitely like the highlight of the whole show.
That was different. Totally like a graveyard. It caught my eye. It was like, this brings back the old days, but you know what? It was awesome. He should have rolled in with his Limp Bizkit theme, Keep rolling.
Oh yeah.
People were talking about that. I was like, you know what? You're right. They should have. I was listening to some podcasts, and you know what? They have the right, but do whatever, Maybe they'll plan it next year. Or people.
And, I really enjoyed that match.
I mean, look at AJ Styles, man. There's a guy who's been in the business, for way too, since like what, early days, man. Like, just think about it. His career, he's launched it far,
Oh yeah, he's been everywhere too. That man has traveled all over the world, from being here to the United States to New Japan
to Ring of Honor. Yeah,
it's crazy, and how his transition from indie wrestler to TNA superstar, back to the indie wrestler, back to being like the top wrestler at New Japan, to now being one of the top wrestlers in WWE. Obviously this man he's done everything.
He has.
He's really done everything, and big kudos to him on the hard work and effort he put in.
Let me ask you this: have you ever got to see him at a show ever?
Me, not in person, no. I never got the chance to.
Oh man, I've had the pleasure to see him through his career. I'll tell you what, from going from we had a lot of wrestling back in the day. It was called Phoenix Championship Wrestling in the 90s, and that launched the big promotion. That actually was like the indie promotion of the Jersey Shore. Man, it was the top notch talent of indie talent that got signed, big time before. Like, everybody never knew, like, WCW, TNA, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was, he was there, and Daniels was there, and Kazarian, Samoa Joe, of course. But no, just to see, like, a young AJ Styles, and then, I've seen him in actually house shows at TNA. They've done the house shows. Those are pretty fun to watch, the house shows. And, just to watch him do his skill. And then local promotions, too, Yeah,
see, I never got the chance to see him in person, but, I would wish one day to, I've been to a couple of, like, SmackDown shows and Raw, but it's just, he was never really there when they were doing house shows. So.
When's the last time you went to a SmackDown or a pay-per-view or,
Well, since time has already passed.
Yeah.
The last time I was at SmackDown was actually for the San Jose show, the live show. I was actually a part of a segment.
Oh, no shit.
For it. Yeah, I was the guy that was holding the cup, and Baron Corbin took the cup and poured it all over the guy next to me. I don't know if you saw that, but that was Mark Mack, one of the he's the APW promoter over here in NorCal. For All Pro Wrestling, you know, where all like the big name wrestlers go to as well. Me and him, we had a segment, and Baron Corbin poured my beer on his head, and I was like, well, there's my beer.
there's your you know what, but they always use you guys as extras. It's cool to see people being used, you know.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, it's
it was
like
really fun.
It's I mean, I've seen like I remember when Aaron Williams was a paramedic for a Kevin Owens match. Like, he was a paramedic ringside for the cage match. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's on TV, you know? This guy, like, names that we wouldn't know, you know? And then, and then your friends are like the security guards. Like, I had a friend who was Joe Gacy from Combat Zone Wrestling, you know? He was one of the security guards for Braun Strowman, and he got his ass beat, you know? Yeah.
It be like that, man. Sometimes you got to take the big bumps, you know.
To
really space for the big company.
But you know what? You got your shine, you know. You got your 5 minutes of fame, you know.
Yeah, it was quite an experience, you know. And then meeting some of the superstars there, they were very nice.
I bet you were like super pumped. You're like, wow, I'm gonna be on TV. What? No. You know?
Well, at first, I was like that. And then once, like, the time really came, you know, I was just like, yeah, I mean, I'm here backstage, you know, it's great. Yeah. But I wasn't, like, hype. No. I was, like, excited, but I had to keep my composure. Yeah. You know, and it taught me a lot being back there. It taught me a lot. So...
There's a lot.
I would say for any other indie wrestler that makes it on backstage, you know, just handle it just like a regular indie show. Be respectful and listen to what your
the mentors,
you know, the managers want, and you know, just deliver. That's it. Yeah. You know.
That's awesome. So who trained you? Who trains
me? Right now, Rick Luxury, Wrestling Personified, trains me at East Bay Pro Wrestling in Pacheco, California. Rick Luxury has been around for a very long time. He's still wrestling to this day. Shoutouts to him. He's like one of my closest like friends as well in the wrestling business, besides my tag partner. He's done everything. He's wrestled anybody you can really name. And he's taught me a lot from a very basic standpoint of, like, you know, how everybody wants to do flippy dippy stuff and all that.
The hybrid.
Yeah, all that high risk stuff. You know, it's fun, but if you actually know how to wrestle, is what should be really important to everybody. And he taught me that very well with just nothing but basic training. Like, even though I've been, you know, been there with them for quite some time, I've always been like, yeah, let's just keep training. Let's keep running ropes, you know, all the simple stuff. And then he'll teach moves here and there. And, you know, he'll come up with stuff like, hey, this could be your move. Or this is somebody else's move. I'm going to give it to them. I'm like, yeah. See, like, he wants to build up his trainees to be really ready for just, if you can give them an 8 to 10, that's great. And at some point, you won't even have to call the match. You can just go in there and wrestle. You know, and before it was Rick Luxury, I had Anton Voorhees as my trainer at East Bay Pro. For him, I thank him for the creativity that I could bring inside of the ring. You know, there's always comedy stuff that you can do, or just very, like, eccentric things that you can do with multiple people in one ring. his creativity is like top notch. If anyone in your area watches Hood Slam on Twitch, he's the one that trains me. Anton Voorhees, they call him the Link to the Future, and he's definitely like the Link to the Future. He can help out anybody with character work, creativity, with just wrestling in general, or if you want to learn how to do a flip, he'll teach you how to do a flip.
And how many flips?
But
how many flips have you done? Millions.
Man, I've only done 3 standing moonsaults in my life.
Oh yeah.
So
more than the guy. More before the guy is in jail. Teddy Hart.
Oh man. I didn't even know he was actually in jail until I saw it on Twitter.
You know what? He's just one of those guys that just can't make up. Whatever. He's a character. Whatever. We know how he is. He's a wrestler. He should stay where he was. You know. He had to play with the drugs and all that other shit. Whatever.
Hey, everybody chooses how to live their lives.
Yes, I know.
Some people just got to pay the consequences, and others just.
But you know what? But you know what? Like I said, moonsaults. He can personify him from any height. You know, he does it from like a rafter. You name it, he's done it. You know.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's also just a great wrestler. He's a great wrestler. He's great. You know, a lot of people. Yeah, I know a lot of people talk about his attitude. That's what I've heard.
I'll tell you what, if Teddy Hart went back and tagged again with Jack Evans, man, they would have really had something going. If they signed the contract, you know, if they got the AEW contract, that would have been a lot better. You know what I mean? They could have had something there. Chemistry really could have. They could have gotten something better there, but you know.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes you just got to go another direction. Maybe he felt that him being by himself and where he wants to go would be better. Yeah. And it was working for him.
It was. He had a contract.
MLW itself was like, it was doing good with them. Like, I'm not going to lie about that. They're doing good with a lot of people in the industry. My good friend of mine, Jacob Fatu, doing great over there in MLW. He trains with me, so it's wild to see him doing so good. And
Mance Warner and a whole bunch of other guys. You know, there's a lot of guys on the roster there that are really talented too, as well. You know, and show what they do.
Oh yeah, most definitely, man. Like it's hard to even like right now. Like that is the basis of where you want to be. You want to get contracted somewhere in the business, and it's hard because there's so much talent in the world, but somehow you gotta outshine others and you know do something a little different. And that's why right now on the tag scene, like me and my tag partner, we really want to be that tag team that stand
out, and you know from the
especially with how we are in the ring, like we definitely stand out. And people say we have that it factor. We just got to keep pushing ourselves, and we're going to keep pushing ourselves. Don't get me wrong. It's just you know, hard work, man. That's all that matters. It's just a lot of hard work. And I can't wait to get back in the ring once this quarantine is over.
Yes, I know. I'm like wishing you guys, you know, the best because it sucks. It's like it's killing you guys. It's a you know, it's a day of pay, and you know what I mean, and merchandise as well. It kills you guys, you know. Yeah,
our most important thing is just we just love wrestling. Like
I know it's a drug. I know it's a drug. It's a
drug. It's our drug. It's our good drug that we enjoy. And you know, if anybody wants merchandise, you know, just hit us up. We'll send it to you in the mail. That's as much as we can do right now. Yeah. Usually, you know, we like to just be like, you know. You know, just be like, here's our shirts. Yeah. For everybody to see, but
we'll plug that later. We'll plug that later, folks. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for that after. We'll plug that.
You're right.
You know, we got to plug that later. But what do you What do you think of AEW, man? Like, what was your thought of AEW when it first came out? I always liked that.
Well, from All In,
Mm-hmm.
I was happy
Mm-hmm.
because the Bucks, Cody, and Omega,
Mm-hmm.
they were doing what we all wanted in the wrestling business at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like what all the fans wanted. Because even though I'm a wrestler, I'm still a big fan of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, they told stories, you know, on being the elite. They kept things consistent with everything, you know, and kept surprising us and more each month.
Mm-hmm.
So once AEW completely started and I watched the first episode,
Yeah.
I was happy. I was happy because now we don't just have SmackDown and Raw.
Exactly.
SmackDown and Raw was just like
Mm-hmm.
kind of plummeting in ratings and then their storyline. NXT, you know, is great. I love NXT. Impact, you know, they're doing their thing. They're doing good. They're getting back up to where they need to be at. But AEW, they gave people, like, a lot of wrestlers right now in the indie scene a chance to be like, hey, come showcase what you can do. Here's a contract. We want, you know, they surprised a lot of the talent with, you know, here's a contract. And now you don't have to worry about, like...
What guys impress you? Which ones are impressing you right now?
Well, right now, the guys are impressing me a lot, like especially from, like, where I saw him at, like, Defy and all that, is Darby Allin. You know, he's a daredevil. And right now, like, he has one of the best gimmicks in AEW right now. Besides, you know, Brody Lee, Evil Uno, you know, the Dark Order. But, you know, with Darby being so small, you know, for his stature and for his, you know, weight, he does a whole lot that most people, you know, would dare do even if they were any bigger than him. You know, his coffin drop, it scares me sometimes.
His coffin drop, his coffin drops even on TikTok. Come on.
Man, his coffin drop scares me sometimes. When he did it with the Cracker Barrel barrel, and he landed on the stairs, I was just like, I mean, if that's what you want to do, bro, then do it. Like, he made a highlight. That was the highlight of that whole show right there, was him doing that. Like, that, it's just scary. And then, like, he's so athletic. His lucha is, like, phenomenal. Like, this man is super creative in what he does.
I mean, if he he gets duct tape with his hands, he could do a flip over the ropes. It's insane. It's insane.
I mean, he can't.
I've had a chance to actually see him wrestle for the Game Changer Wrestling when it was first launching, and he was first making his appearance, you know. And then I had him on the podcast, and then he made it big, you know.
Yeah, so like Darby's doing great things, and hopefully, like, this TNT title that's coming up right now, you know, that, like, he's the first one to hold it. I feel like he really deserves it, you know. So with all that's going on with AEW, their storylines are very consistent. They're still trying to pick up on certain ones right now. Like,
do you like Joey Janela? Do you like the bad boy?
Joey Janela? I'll say he's entertaining.
He is.
Yeah,
he's a daredevil too. You know, he's done that for years. Shout out to Joey. You know, because he's like he's the original from Game Changer Wrestling, and I do that. I always tell everybody, I've seen him when he was at the age of 16, just a carny wrestler. You know, a wrestler working on the indie scenes. You know, but he's made it big. You know, he's done things that we've. You know, he's wrestled a legend and jumped off a roof. Okay, you know, it's amazing, and actually made it onto Stone Cold's podcast, which is cool. You know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, Joey Janela's great. I've seen things that he's done, and I like the fact that when they put him being the elite, he was just like this, like a big comedic relief for most of the time. You know, and then, you know, him going quote-unquote blind, doing a fire magic trick, and it kept hitting him in the eye. So that was great.
Sammy Guevara
is entertaining. I'm gonna give him that. I don't watch him enough personally.
Yeah.
But when I get the chance to like see him wrestle, like if I see that it's on TV or if a match is on YouTube, I'll give it a watch and just get an understanding how he thinks in the ring.
Yeah, watch like an old CZW match of him versus Leo Rush, like a ladder match. You could see the chemistry.
Wasn't that when Leo Rush popped up after taking a powerbomb off of the ladder?
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
Yeah, because that was the ladder match where Joey busted his thumb too. Yes, he wrestled and he busted hanging from the rafter. What do you think?
The Hulk up that broke the internet in the wrestling business.
There's Leo Rush. There's a guy too. Like we should talk about him, man. He was a guy that made it. He made it to NXT, man. He's big. Oh
yeah, definitely. I love Leo Rush. He's a very chill guy.
And makes some awesome and also music. Yes, I was gonna say he's been making some cool tracks lately, really pushing me. Getting me in.
I listen to his music. I've watched him wrestle live, and he's great. I mean, like he's the total package of what you'll want of probably like a cruiserweight, like how they want in WWE right now. But I feel like if they were to push him a little bit more on the regular roster, like he can shine. He can shine. But as you know, the companies are different. WWE is different from AEW, TNA, all that.
I know.
So he fits perfectly in the cruiserweight area, and they're very entertaining, like everybody on that roster is for 205 Live.
Yeah.
But Leo Rush, like his music, I listen to it. It's great. His wrestling is amazing. He's very fast paced. He always has you guessing on what he's going to do next. Like you never know what move is actually going to happen next as he's doing something because it's so fast, and you're just like, I got to really pay attention. So he grasps attention like that very well, and the crowd loves it. Like, and he makes you believe that he is that star, in which he really is. So.
Yeah, he's wrestled. I'll find you the video of it. It's Leo Rush versus Sony Kiss from AEW. There's a good match there. It was at my town actually one year. It was pretty cool. Just a small little venue, and then they wrestled.
How was that match?
It was good. It was good and entertaining too. Because Sony Kiss is entertaining,
Oh yeah, definitely. Sony Kiss is great. Sony Kiss wrestled my one of my good friends, Marcus Lewis, at BTW, I believe, and they tore down the house. If you guys, if anyone can find that on YouTube, watch it. Please watch it. It's a great match, and it'll be great for my boy, to get that exposure as well. To the other side of the spectrum, because I feel like Marcus Lewis needs to be pushed out a little bit more. Like he's a God-given talent in what he does in the business right now.
What do you think of like Sammy Guevara? There you go. There's a guy who's pretty rounded wrestling. Like he could fly.
Well, Sammy Guevara,
different.
He has wrestled out here in NorCal. And he's wrestled with a couple of the people that I know at SPW and Elk Road. Personally, I mean, he's good, but not my cup of tea to really, watch.
No,
I'm kind of always iffy on like the stunts that he wants to do, or if he tries to do a flip, because sometimes he almost not lands it. I feel like, I don't know. For me, it's just like, he's just not my cup of tea to watch.
Would you, how about this? Would you want to wrestle the Private Party if they came around?
Private Party can definitely wrestle us.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're good. They're a base tag team, and they've been, East Coast, West Coast, everywhere. They've been everywhere, Yeah,
I will. Me and Fresh would definitely wrestle Private Party. We've talked about this on the hashtag podcast. We would definitely wrestle Private Party. That's not a problem. Like I've even told Dave Quinn, like, if you want to wrestle, come get it. And he was like, you don't want the smoke, and I'm like, I want the smoke. You definitely don't want it. And we're good. We talk from time to time.
Yeah.
So, He's good people's, but Private Party is definitely a tag team that me and my tag partner would like to wrestle.
That's and plus because they were young and they were fresh in the scene. I mean, they were really just those guys like you. You know what I mean? You wanted to get out there and show who you are.
Oh yeah, they have great chemistry together. They are very good together. Like, I wish them the best of luck in AEW. Hopefully one day they get the tag team titles. Mm-hmm. I'm rooting for them.
Yeah, that's coming. We'll see that. We need that. That's what they need to push. Give it time. That'll happen.
Yeah, in good time. All the tag moves are amazing. They're so cohesive together, and it's crazy. And me and my tag partner, we're really trying to get to that point as well. Mm-hmm. Like, we're cohesive together, like we're brothers, like we're related. But I still feel like there's an extra level that we have to get to, and we will get there. We just have to find out what it is. Mm-hmm. That's all. It's a discovery we have to find ourselves. Once we do, we're going to basically change the game of tag team pro wrestling.
If you had to pick a tag team from the past, like Legends or Future, who would it be?
In the past, probably Harlem Heat.
Harlem Heat. Yes.
Harlem Heat, or we would probably like to wrestle. Let's see. There was Harlem Heat. Oh, definitely. I would say what's the team? I'm trying to think of the team's name, and now I went completely blank. I'm just sticking with Harlem Heat right now, but Harlem Heat because that's where like some of our ideas came from, was from Nell. Mm-hmm. And we're not super big guys like how they are, but
you can imagine you were right.
We're not the stature of what the 6 foot 200 and
you're not the Goldberg of wrestling.
Yeah, we are each at least almost 190 pounds, and we're about 5'8" to 5'9". Mm-hmm. So, but I mean, don't let the size fool you. As we always tell everybody, don't let our sizes fool you, because my tag partner, he's played football and all that, and worked out a lot. Yeah. He made sure he knew his stuff. I wrestled in high school and college.
Let me ask you this: what was it like when you first started wrestling? Like, what made you get into it?
Collegiate or professional?
Well, like as a fan growing up, what made you actually want to proceed? Like, just you heard about it through friends?
Oh, well, for me, I heard about it through a former friend at this time. I'm not gonna bring that up, but he had asked me, "Hey, would you like to train to be a pro wrestler?" Mm-hmm. And I was like, "A pro wrestler?" He was like, "Yeah, we train all the way out in Yuba City." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then that's why I started going. I was training inside of a church. Mm-hmm. It was trained by Reggie Bright, Eddie Vega. Mm-hmm. A few guys that's kind pretty well known in their area. Yeah. That's where all started for me, and the experience that I got from it was, it takes a lot to be pro wrestling.
It does.
It takes a lot
because you got to work. You got to do the ring work. You got to set the ring up, and for a show. And I've done it. Yeah, I've done it as a fan. It's hard work. It's hard work.
The paying the dues to setting up the ring. That's a given.
Yeah.
But taking all the bumps and learning the bumps and learning, just the basics, it's hard. Mm-hmm. Some people get it faster than others. But in the long run, if you don't do it consistently, it's going to come back to haunt you. So, I took that very seriously on really always doing, snap bumps and, all the bumps that I need to do, in the ring, and paying attention, because at first I was always inside of my head thinking that I can't do it. Mm-hmm. But my trainers always told me I was a natural at it, but I always beat myself up. It's all mental. It's all mental when it comes to like pro wrestling or collegiate wrestling. And that was always one of my big problems. But once I got out of that habit, you know, it really pushed me more to keep trying to get better. And right now I'm probably at my best that I've ever been since I started wrestling. But I know that I can go far beyond that. It's just I need more time. And, you know, I'm young. I'm only 26 years old. So, you know, I got enough time on my hands to really get everything else down before I reach a certain age.
27, man. I was still partying my ass. I'm 40, up 43. I feel like I miss those days. I miss the old days. You know.
Oh, man.
I know. I got gray in the beard.
Good, man. You're still young. What you talking about?
I got gray in the beard already. What the hell?
It's all good. Gray in the beard is not that bad, man. Rock that.
Yeah.
Rock it. Don't let it, you know, get to you. You still young. Women like gray in the beard. Just realize that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Can't go to the bar now, but you know, it's at home pretty much. The bar's at home lately, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Most definitely, man. That's how it is for the next
century. I don't know.
March.
Yeah. After Easter. I don't know. It's almost Easter already. Jeez.
It's all good though. But yeah, like what really got me to really do it was just my love for wrestling. You know, I loved wrestling since I was 2 years old. When I had first watched my first match. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Hart versus Stone Cold. Yeah, and Stone Cold got his neck broken. But you know, I just liked it, you know. And then I had all the video games. I had No Mercy, NWO versus WCW, you know, Revenge. I had the action figures. Right, like at that moment in time, The Rock was my favorite wrestler. Yeah, like good or bad. Like I resonate towards like The Rock, Triple H, Stone Cold. You know, I grew up on all of them. But if I would say right now who I look up to as a wrestler right now, besides my trainer Rick,
they always say, you know how many podcasts people say Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker all the time.
Oh yeah, that a lot of people would say that, but I would say for me personally, just because I like creativity a whole lot, and I like to structure a match in a way that would make sense a whole lot. Like Shawn Michaels and Undertaker, but like in Indy's point of view, I would say Shane Strickland really set the bar for me.
Ooh, good old Shane, man. He's a good. Oh man, there's another one. Shout out to him. Miss that guy.
My first time ever noticing him was when he was in Lucha Underground. I didn't even know who he was. All I knew his name was Killshot, but I liked the way he wrestled.
Yeah, I know. Like first out of the combat zone, like you're like, wow, this guy's awesome. You know what I mean? Like he's from CZW, like an original. You know, it's like wow,
yeah, and
guy made it big. Lucha Underground, man. Whatever happened to that series? It stopped. You know.
I think they canceled it, but then they were supposed to bring it back. I'm sure that's what was supposed to happen, but with how things are going right now, ain't nothing really going back.
No. We'll watch the old replays.
When I first saw Shane Strickland, I was entertained by how he wrestled. So I looked up who Killshot was, and I was like, oh,
that's the same guy.
Strickland.
Yeah.
And then I started watching some of his matches, and this, you know, I'm already wrestling. I've already had, you know, a lot of matches already, but you know, something I wanted to learn was just how to resonate with the crowd without having to really, you know, do a whole lot by doing a whole lot less. And I think that was my problem, because I always wanted to just be a super cruiserweight, jump, flip, all that. I wanted to do that. That's what I kind of was doing at the beginning. And then, like, I kind of just started calming down and just really learning from a lot of people. Shane Strickland, I really learned from him. I also learned a lot from Kenny Omega.
Oh, there's a guy, Kenny Omega, man. What do you think?
Yeah,
he's.
I love Kenny. He's actually my favorite wrestler to this day right now. So
I think I still have a Kenny Omega T-shirt laying around from like his indie days.
Mine is sitting somewhere in my room.
Indie days.
Can't find. You know, and Kenny, I even watched his documentary Omega Man. Like, I learned a lot from that. He's very different from a lot of people, and he realized when he went to the WWE, it wasn't for him, and not a lot of people can say that right off the get-go. And so when he left, you know, and did his thing in Japan, he made it big, and like ever since then, he just shot up.
And that's and you know what? And like everybody says, would you like to wrestle in Japan? Yes. You know, bucket list of places to be, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Japan is on my list. That's been on my list for quite some time. I just need, you know, to find a way, you know, to get my stuff out there and find out who to talk to, or just get noticed. Because if I ever get signed anywhere, I would like to wrestle for New Japan before I get fully signed anywhere. Just to get that off my bucket list, because it is on my bucket list.
Yes. Yeah, the bucket list, man.
Let's see where life really takes me, man.
Like, absolutely. Let it take the ride, you know? Take the ride. It's like a roller coaster, but you can never get off. You know?
One of these days.
Yeah.
This is my only vacation from wrestling.
Yeah, right? Can't even go to the parks, fans. No. Can't even go to the theme parks. Sorry.
Can't even go nowhere, man. But it's all good. You know, getting my in-home workouts and, you know, spending time with my grandparents. You know, and...
Yeah, it's you know what, we spend more time with our families than we have in a long time, like in a while. You know what I mean? We're bonding with our families. I get to video chat with my nephews and nieces, you know, which is really nice. And we're gonna do like a first time ever. We're gonna do like a Zoom meeting Easter. All our cousins are gonna get together, and families are gonna get together on Zoom and have dinner at the table together.
Oh man, that's great.
That is. It feels like they're right. You know, they're with you. You know.
Yeah, man. You enjoy that with your family. Like
it's gonna be.
This is the best time to spend. You know, all this time with your family.
Yo, I'll tell you what. In all this time, we're you know, since I'm a garbage man, everybody's cleaning out their houses. Everybody. It's like the perfect time. So I'm like almost got my room halfway done. Maybe I'll do it on my days off. I have a couple weeks, you know.
Oh yeah, don't worry. You'll get it done, man. You'll get it done.
Yeah, right. So, right. If I forget about it, watch.
Oh man, don't say that.
But man, let me say thank you so much for coming on. Let's do this again, man. I appreciate it. I liked having you on. This was fun.
Oh, thank you. No problem, brother. If you ever need me, you know.
And you know what? Maybe next time we'll do a FaceTime live. I got the stream software. We'll do that. We'll set it up where we can face to face. I like face to face too, not just audio. Face to face is good. You know.
Oh, most definitely, brother. You know, We'll do that. You know, as I said, I bring my tag partner on so you can.
Absolutely, he could join us that night, maybe. Ooh.
Yeah, and, you know, get a gist of both of us so you can see how we are together, because we are different from a lot of people. Where we keep ourselves entertained just by being us. You know, that's what's really important.
You gotta have fun. Gotta have fun while you're wrestling.
We enjoy having fun. That's our favorite thing to do. Even when we're wrestling, if we're having fun in the match, that's how you know we're just having a great time. Like, you'll notice, you'll see the smile on our face, like mid match, and like, oh yeah, they're enjoying this right now. Yeah, we love wrestling, bro. Like. This is our niche, and
once this breaks, it's gonna be once it breaks, it's gonna be go time, you know.
Oh yeah, definitely. Me and my tag partner, we chain wrestle together. We work out together. we make sure that we're staying on top of our game before, things get back to where they need to be.
Mm-hmm.
So once everything's back to normal, we're going to get back into the ring and we're going to practice our asses off and enjoy every moment during training, and then go and do a show. Like, I just want to do a 40-minute match now at this point. So,
or even surprise me by coming to the East Coast and doing a show, right? Surprise.
I mean, if anybody from the East Coast would like to book the world's freshest tag team, you're more than welcome to. We're not hard to find.
Yeah, but where can everybody find you guys on social media? Plug away, and don't forget about the merch as well. We said that before.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can find me on Facebook at Alonzo Sip. On Instagram you can find me at _AlphaZo, and on Twitter you can find me at Alonzo_Sip. If you want to give my tag team partner a follow, it's DJ Fresh on everything. D-Dre, D-R-E, Fresh. And then with our merch, if you want some merch, it's going to be on our social media. We will definitely send out shirts if you guys need some shirts. We also have wristbands, towels. We have a lot of things right now. We even got tattoos. So,
ooh, tattoos, man! You got the dude, man. Listen to you. You know what? I just got my merch, and I'm gonna have to send you one. I got a beer cozy just came out. I just got some hot fresh beer cozies for the summertime.
Hey, that's a good idea right there.
What? Yeah, I have a guy I can hook you up with.
Hey, definitely. We can really make some business then.
I have a friend who's
older crowd.
But fans, you don't hear about the business after. But yeah, finish talking. Okay.
Okay, got you.
Where are we at?
But
okay.
That's all of our social media, and also go on our YouTube at the Too Fresh Network. Check us out. That's if you like what you see, definitely give us a follow on all the social media. And we are very consistent on posting. We are posting most of our matches that we haven't gotten out yet right now because we have a lot of time. Mm-hmm. And we had a video editor, but he's busy right now. But he's helping us with shirts right now. So new shirts are on the way. Stay tuned for that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so please, I hope you guys enjoyed having me. Anybody on the East Coast want to see us wrestle, Too Fresh Network, and then hopefully we come out to wrestle for you guys in person.
Thank you for coming on. You have a good night, my friend.
You too, brother.
All right, take it easy.
All right. You too.
Fans, that was really awesome to hear. Indie pro wrestler Alpha Zo. You know what? Him and his tag team partner, they're amped for wrestling. Like they're craving it as well. Get ready because once this is over, they're ready to go. What a great conversation, fans! Check it out. Check them out at a local show, and once they get back in the ring, like they said, go on their social media, check out their matches on the YouTube, and hit them up on YouTube. Not hit them up on. Yeah, how can you hit a person up on YouTube? Go on their channel and watch a couple of the matches, and then if you like what you see, go on their Facebook and send them a message. Give them a like, share, retweet, and talk to them. Say what's up. They'll send you some merch. If you want some merch, pick it up out of there, and they'll send you some merch as well. Fans, stay tuned at 9 o'clock. I'm coming back on the podcast, Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast, with the one and only GCW Hall of Famer, the Madman Pondo, will be back on our Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast, and then we'll be talking about his memoirs of the Madman Pondo at 9 p.m. Fans, tune in. Thank you for listening. Have a good night.
Hey, wrestling fans, I want to mention Collar and Elbow. Collar and Elbow was founded on traditional values of professional wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product intended to connect with people on an emotional level, a symbiotic relationship where one cannot flourish without the other. We strive to create a product that embodies our passion for professional wrestling expressed through street fashion. Visit collarandelbowbrand.com and use the promo code DeathmatchRussellPodcast and save 10% off when you make a purchase. Collar and Elbow, where wrestling passion meets street fashion. You can find more Deathmatch Russell podcasts on the following social media. DeathmatchRussell.com. Follow on Twitter at DavidNJ32 and on Facebook. Facebook.com/DJDaveNJ32. Find me on Podcast City Network at PodcastCity.net. Facebook.com/Podcast City Network. Hit the like button and share. And on Twitter at PodcastCityNet. You can hear Deathmatch Russell podcast on Stitcher Radio and on iTunes.